Esteemed faculty members, proud, justly proud parents and guardians, and last but very much not least, the 2024 graduates of the Economics Department of the University of Warwick, it is an honour to be invited to speak to you. To all those who are graduating today, my deepest congratulations. You have just received one of the finest degrees from one of the world's finest universities, and that's not just my natural bias speaking. You deserve to be truly proud that all your hard work has paid off. 18 years ago, not just a few years ago, 18 years ago, I was indeed sitting exactly where you are now. I had spent 3 years studying everything from the economic history of railways to econometrics to Italian translation. And given the well-known breadth of Warwick's syllabus, I'm sure you'll have studied a similarly wide array of topics. I'd also spent my time going to Top Banana religiously. This was, in my day, a Monday night cheesy music institution, hanging out in the piazza with friends, some of whom are amongst my closest friends today, helping run extracurricular societies like Latin and Ballroom Society and One World Week, and trying to figure out exactly what it was I was going to do after I left university. Spoiler alert, I hadn't figured it out by the time I left. I imagine many of you may be in the same boat. I hadn't figured it out 5 or 10 years after that. And honestly, if you ask me today what I was going to do 15 or 20 years from now, I wouldn't be able to tell you. And yet, despite all that, I found myself in a fulfilling, fascinating career, working to improve company behavior on some of the biggest issues we face today, including climate change, biodiversity, and modern slavery, to try to ensure hundreds of thousands of UK savers get the income they need for a secure and dignified retirement. I'm also one of the UK's youngest directors of a commercial pension scheme, have won various industry awards for my campaigning and research over the years, advised governments around the world on their approach to financial services regulation, sometimes, but not nearly as often as I'd like, they even listen, and have led large charity and industry organisations in my spare time. 18 years ago, I might not have known what I wanted to do with my life, but my time at Warwick equipped me with the knowledge, the degree, and the skills to be able to face the world of work with confidence and courage. And although I am very far from done with learning, among the most important lessons I learnt here was the power of simply showing up. And this is what I want to spend a little bit of time talking to you about today. Warwick taught me to show up for my lectures and seminars. Otherwise, gaining my degree would have been pretty challenging. It taught me to show up for my friends, to support them through the good times and the not so good times. If I hadn't have done that, I probably wouldn't have retained their friendship today. It taught me to show up for those extracurricular responsibilities I'd taken on, to attend a One World Week meeting even when it clashed with Top Banana, or to go to dance practice even when I had a big paper due that week. If I'd failed to do that, I would have gained a reputation for unreliability at best and limited what those societies were able to achieve at worst. Perhaps most importantly, Warwick taught me that while sometimes just being physically present is enough, I would derive the greatest benefits from also showing up mentally and actively contributing, be that through asking questions or offering my thoughts. Learning this lesson has served me well throughout my career. Often I volunteered to join the ranks of an organisation or committee and have then been asked to lead or chair it in due course, simply because I turned up to the meetings, read the papers, and made what I like to think were some half-sensible contributions. Over half of the jobs I've applied for and obtained came through personal recommendations, through people who had worked alongside me previously and understood what I might be able to offer, knowing I would probably be reliable and give it my all, even though I rarely had the typical background for the role being recruited for. All of this has meant that I've been able to carve out a rewarding and worthwhile career, moving from one sector and discipline to another, being guided not by any clearly planned path, but by what I thought would be interesting and impactful, and confident that through simply showing up, I would quickly learn the ropes. You will all have learnt the very same thing at Warwick. Otherwise, you wouldn't be sitting here today, ready to enter the world as a Warwick economics graduate. I urge you to take this lesson and continue to apply it to all your endeavours, both personal and professional. Whatever you do, commit to it wholeheartedly and with an open and curious mind. When you say you will attend a meeting or read a paper, then do it. When you agree to take on a role, perform it to the best of your abilities that day, week, or year. While respecting your limits must always be paramount, do what you can to commit to showing up, even when you're a bit tired, or it's raining, or you're having a bad hair day. And those of you with curly hair like mine will know exactly what I mean. I can't guarantee that if you do this, riches, fame, impact, whatever it is that you're looking for will be yours. But I can promise you that the power of showing up will help you make the most of your Warwick degree, achieve at least some measure of intellectual and personal fulfillment, and even lead you down paths you never thought you'd travel, but that you're so glad you have. Congratulations again to each and every one of you for your milestone achievement today. It's been an honor and a privilege to speak to you, and I wish you all the very best for those paths, both planned and unplanned, that you make for yourselves in the coming years. Thank you.